कुंज विहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा जय प्रभुपादा नाम संकीर्तन की will recite from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd canto, chapter 23, shloka number 3, 3.23.3. ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय विसृज्य कामं धम्मं च द्वेषं लोभम् अघं मदम् अप्रमत्तो द्योता नित्यम् अप्रमत्तोद्यता नित्यम् तेजीयांसम् अतोषयत् तेजीयांसम् अतोषयत् विसृज्य कामं दम्भं च द्वेषं लोभम् अगं मदम् अप्रमत्तोद्यथा नित्यम् तेजीयांसम् अतोषयत् विसृज्य कामं दम्भं च द्वेषं लोभम् अघं मदम् अप्रमत्तोद्यता नित्यम् तेजीयांसम् अतोषयत्. Devotees can recite. अधम अप्रमत्तो यथा नित्यं तेजीयां समतोषयत्. Translation. Working sanely and diligently, she pleased her very powerful husband, giving up all lust, pride, envy, greed, sinful activities, and vanity. Purport. Here are some of the qualities of a great husband's great wife. Kardama Muni is a great by spiritual qualification. Such a husband is called Teji Amsham, most powerful. Although a wife may be equal to her husband in advancement in spiritual consciousness, she should not be vainly proud. Sometimes it happens that the wife comes from very rich family, as did Devahuti, the daughter of the emperor Swayambhuva Manu. She could have been very proud of her parentage, but that is forbidden. The wife should not be proud of her parental position. She must always be submissive to the husband and give up all vanity. As soon as the wife becomes proud of her parentage, her pride creates great misunderstanding between the husband and wife, and their nuptial life is ruined. Devahuti was very careful about that, and therefore it is said here she gave up the pride completely. Devahuti was not unfaithful. The most sinful activity for a wife is to accept another husband or another lover. Chanakya Pandit has described 4 kinds of enemies at home. If a father is in debt, he is considered to be an enemy. If the mother has selected another husband in the presence of her own grown-up children, she is considered to be an enemy. If a wife does not live well with her husband but deals very roughly, then she is an enemy. And if a son is a fool, he is also an enemy. In a family life, father, mother, wife, children are assets. But if the wife or the mother accepts another husband in the presence of her husband or son, then according to the Vedic civilization, she is considered an enemy. A chaste and faithful woman must not practice adultery. That is a greatly sinful act. Om Ajnanatimidandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kadha Mahyam Dadhati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavancha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamsha. Namo Om Vishnupadaya Krishna Pristhaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swamin Iti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gauratvishe Namaha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dhinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute. Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Haripriye. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. I sincerely welcome all the Vaishnavas here on Sunday morning to be hearing from Srimad Bhagavatam. So, I don't have any qualification to speak to all of you. Many of you will have more realizations and more advancement than me. But just as a service, I'm trying to do some sharing of Bhagavatam for my own purification. Hare Krishna. So, the topic I got for today's discussion is how to develop ideal qualities of disciple. So let's dive into this subject matter. So how to develop ideal qualities of a disciple. So before we just enter into the qualities, how to develop, first let's see at least some of the qualities of a disciple, what he is supposed to have. So let's say that. So in this world, we can see the people are hardly feel dependence on others. Everyone want to be self-made. Nowadays it is becoming more and more prominent also. We have to be self-made personality. People don't want to depend on their father. Wife don't want to depend on her husband. Children don't want to depend on parents. Everyone want to be independent. So that's why every year we celebrate Independence Day. Every country has its own Independence Day. But Prabhupada, when he said, we are not an independent movement, we are there. Krishna consciousness is a moment where we boldly declare our dependence on Krishna. That is Krishna consciousness. It's completely about depending on Krishna. So, but what to do? Current world is how we can, they don't feel any dependence. Everyone want to be self-made. So they want to be more famous, they want to be millionaire, they want to be academically highly qualified, greatly accomplished, and all the sportsmen or many people wants to become actor, actress, so that they are the person in the society who everyone look after. So everyone want to be that self-made personality, not depending on anyone. But entire Vedic culture is of the culture of dependence. For everything we depend. One after every stage of our life we are depending. Even now also we are depending, but foolishly we think that we are independent. That is our foolishness. The ignorance of the living entity which makes him think he is independent. Otherwise everyone is dependent even now. From the womb to tomb we are depending on others. We can't say we are independent any moment. So that's what we see. Everyone is like a frog in the well, thinking that, entire universe is rotating around me. Everyone is thinking the same. If a frog in the well, he cannot see more. He's thinking, sun is rotating around me, moon is rotating around me, stars are moving around me. That's what he's able to understand. That's what the current living entities are. They're thinking, everything should move around me according to my own desire, my own opinion, my own plans. But they can't see. Every single part of our life is depending on Krishna. Like what are the everyday food items what we get? We don't manufacture it. Everything is grown, the different tastes, different varieties. Every moment we breathe air in, who is providing that? God is providing for us. Food is He is providing. Water we want, Lord is providing. Every moment, everything what we need is provided by Krishna only. Still we think we are independent. And we know how to put inside. And once it goes inside, we don't know what is happening inside also. There also we are depending on Lord only. Aham Vaishvanaro Bhutva Praninam Deham Ashrita. Ashrita, there also. Every living entity is depending on the Vaishvanaro, the Lord in the fire, the digestive fire. Depending on that. If anything disturbance on the digestive fire, immediately problem. Constipation, so many stomach problems people get. So, such a beautiful world where Krishna has made everything for us, still foolishly, so-called educated fools, they think we are independent. But we see in Bhagavad Gita, to understand the first basic things, to understand about the more about oneself and beyond ourselves, first thing Arjuna does is he is depending on Krishna. The very famous shloka, Karpanya dosha pahata svabhava. So where he is saying that Krishna I am not able to understand. My mati has become sammudha, bewildered. So please, I am surrendering unto you now. Please help me how to understand you. Accept me as your disciple and make me understand what I right now supposed to do. I am not able to understand. I am completely confused now. Please guide me. So this is the dependence of the Arjuna on Krishna. And who was Arjuna? Is it like one of us? Never. Arjuna's qualification is too high to speak. So much high. So even though we may have, like Arjuna was at that time's billionaire, you can say, no? He has entire universe, right? Like entire world to rule. Arjuna. Pandavas ruling entire world they used to rule. Yudhishthira did Rajasuya Yajna and Ashwamedha Yajna. All these things means he is the emperor of the universe. And his brother, basically billionaire. Not like struggling hard became billionaire. He is a born billionaire, Arjuna. So that billionaire, and he is not having, like currently feeling despondent and fear, anxiety. Even that time also it was present. Not that it was only in Vedic time everything was cool and calm. No. But they had one Brahmastra, taking shelter of the Lord and his pure devotees. So that was their Brahmastra. Any problem comes, immediately take shelter of the Lord and his devotees. We hear from Kunti Maharani also. Depending on Krishna. How she depending? Rather she is saying, I want to depend on Krishna more and more. So when that will happen? When I get misery more and more. More and more, let miseries more and more, let it come so that I can depend on Krishna more and more. Vipada santu sashashvat tatra tatra jagat guru bhavato darshanam yasyad apunarbhava darshanam. So let me get more and more suffering so that I can depend on Krishna more and more. The conditional living entities, they can surrender to Krishna only when there is dukkha. So I keep seeing one of the saying in Hindi that like whenever there is dukkha, people go to run after God. But if at all in sukha also they remember God, then what is the point of having dukkha in life? In sukha if you remember God, then there will not be dukkha only in your life. Why to remember God only when you have dukkha? In sukha also you remember God, then there will not be dukkha only in your life. So Arjuna was not an ordinary personality. He was a great hero, Gandiva Bho, and Arjuna's accomplishments were several. Like he was the best student of Dronacharya and he got Pashupatastra from Lord Shiva. One-to-one duel he had with Lord Shiva. Is it easy? We can't fight with one-to-one the personality of this world only. The mortal personality of one-to-one, here only we cannot fight. They can defeat us or kill us also. But he is not fighting with any mortal of this world. He is fighting with Lord Shiva, the Bhagavan of this universe, father of the universe, Lord Shiva. And Lord Shiva was very much pleased with him after he fought. And he gave the Pashupatastra to him. And Indra bestowing him Gandiva and all the celestial weapons. Celestial weapons Indra gives to Arjuna. And not only that, his senses were so controlled. He is not only controlling others, but he himself also has control over senses. Example of how he could overcome the Urvashi's temptation in a heavenly planet. She proposed. People in this world gets just by a small allurement only they go off. Here Urvashi, she is created by whom? The Supreme Personality himself, not of any born from any male or female from this world. She is born from the Uru of the Naranarayan Rishi. That's why she is Urvashi. From the thighs of Naranarayan Rishi she was born. So beautiful. That pastime comes in the 11th canto, how Naranarayan Rishi gives Urvashi as a gift to Indra because Indra gets insecure. Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maharani ki, Gaurangi Bengaluru ki, Gaur Nitai ki, Srila Prabhupada ki. So Naranarayan Rishi, seeing his tapasya, Indra get disturbed and Indra sends all the Kamadeva and his other apsaras and everything to allure Naranarayan Rishi. But Narayan Rishi produces another apsara. So many apsaras he produces, but all were like stunned seeing all the devatas and apsaras. What are these? They were feeling like cockroaches in front of all those apsaras produced by Naranarayan Rishi. So they're like, okay, you want one of them? Take. Give as a gift to Indra. Then Indra felt humble, my God, whom I was dealing with. That was Supreme Lord himself. So that Narayana Rishi, from him comes Urvashi. And Urvashi is proposing to Arjuna. And Arjuna is saying, no, my dear mother, fine. Because he was watching her thinking that she is my mother. How? One of his forefather, Pururava, married to Urvashi, very long before. Then she tried to say, no, not like that. All these things doesn't matter here. All those syntax error doesn't come in the heavenly planets. This is only for earthly planet. Here we can enjoy, no problem. He still says, no, mother. Mother, become eunuch. What is this? I am proposing and you are saying no. So you are less than a man. Eunuch. Like that he curses. Like that she curses. And it becomes a blessing later. So that was Arjuna. He was controlled in his senses also. And finally, the weapons he had was extraordinary. We know, Vayuvyastra, Agneyastra, so many astras. He had so much astras. And that personality feels despondent and lose confidence when he was in the battlefield of Kurukshetra. Means what? Such an accomplished person also was requiring a guide. Such an accomplished person also was needing a help of a guru. Not that when we become a self-made, rich or educated or a scholar or whatever we are, I understand Bhagavad Gita, Prabhu. Now I don't need help of my seniors. These things, what creeps in the Kali Yuga. Student thinks, I know better than my professor. I know how to study. This professor's class is useless. Sometimes it's true also. So, so that way. But it was not in the case of Vedic civilization, where so many good qualities are there in the superiors, where younger can learn and advance. But younger thinks, when he understands 2 more extra shlokas, he thinks I am better than my superior. I am better than my senior. I know 1 shloka extra than him. That's why I am senior. So that is a foolishness of the living entity in current days. So what to do when the courage, what to do when a courage one loses, what to do when a courageous one loses confidence? That is Arjuna. Arjuna lost confidence. So that time he surrenders to Krishna, the right step he takes. That was actually beginning of the mark of Bhagavad Gita. If Arjuna would not have surrendered to Krishna as a disciple, Krishna would never have given Bhagavad Gita. Means what? Give advice or upadesh when it is seeked for. Unnecessary upadesha you give, no, it will be neglected. So that was Krishna's policy. If you want help, I will give help. Don't try to give free upadesha to everyone. It will not be valued. We become invaluable. So all the academic knowledge, scholarship, high position, everything becomes useless if you don't have a guru. So even Kunti Maharani says in the prayers that Janma Aishwarya Shuta Shribir Edamana Madha Puman. So Janma, Aishwarya, Shuta, Shri, these 4 things can make living entity Madha, pride, and one can become the word is that Madha Puman. He feels that this is sufficient. And such kind of person cannot feel akinchana mood. Akinchana means nothing belongs to me. Everything is Krishna's. I am also belonging to Krishna's. So that feeling comes, then he can surrender to Krishna very easily. So current day, modern day, you see, the current day, if you see, all the problems arise in this world, stress or depression, even after having the best of the sophisticated facilities and everything, still people are not so much happy. Sometimes they are happy, most of the time miserable. So many times it is said absence of misery is considered as happiness. Or shift from one misery to another misery feels like happiness. Just shifting from one misery to another misery. That gap is felt as happiness. Oh, abhi ye misery nahi hai. Oh, this misery. Fine, at least not this misery. This misery is fine. Means what? Misery is continuing. So such is the kind of the modern day situation. So that's why we need, modern day requires very badly advice of the Bhagavad Gita than the previous times. Previous times they are already cultured and regulated. But modern days people are highly unregulated. In their habits also, in their cultural activities, in their education, everywhere is irregulations. So therefore we need a help of a spiritual master to overcome all these problems. So people ask, no, why do I need a guru nowadays? That's why we just had this discussion. So the safest boat to shores of a spiritual abode, to overcome all the sufferings and go to the peaceful place, that is this boat of the human body that we have. This is the boat what we have. This is a shloka from 11th canto. We will recite. Nridehamadyam sulabham sudurlabham Nridehamadyam sulabham sudurlabham Plavam sukalpam guru karnadharam Mayanukulena navasvateritam Anukulena navasvateritam Puman bhavabhim nataret sa atmaha So here, this is one of the Navayogidra. He says this, that this Nrideva Adyam Sulabham Sudurlabham. Nrideha, this human body is in Sulabha. Easily we can attain the achievement of the perfection of life. But Sudurlabha, this very rarely we get this human body. And Plavam Sukalpam, this is a very nice boat. Plavam means a boat. Plavam Sukalpam Guru Karnadharam. And what is the navigation? Who navigates this boat? He has to take the navigation from the captain. Who is the captain here for the boat or ship? Guru, the spiritual master. Guru Karnadharam Mayanukulena Navasvateritam. And what is the favorable winds for this boat? These are the instructions, the favorable words of the spiritual master. Instruction given by the spiritual master is the wind for this boat. And where it will go? Bhavabdhim, not tare. Like one will take the shelter of this boat and taret. Taret means he get delivered from this ocean of the material existence. But one who doesn't take the advantage of this, na taret, sa atmaha. One who doesn't do this, he is called as atmaha, killer of himself. Basically suicide. He is killing himself, not utilizing this human form to achieve the perfection. So here also Guru, and we see in the photo how Parishit Maharaj at the end of the life, he had only 7 days left. He didn't think, oh, what enjoyments are left in the world. Let me just list down one by one, tick mark, I do this. No, he never had this plan. He just went out to the bank of Ganges and took shelter of the Shukdev Maharaj, Shukdev Goswami, and wanted to understand what is the direst need, the most need thing for the person who is about to die. Then Shukdev Goswami explains about the Bhagavatam. So one should be ready to discipline oneself under the guidance of a bona fide spiritual master, like Parishit Maharaj did. Then return home back to God. So the few qualifications are there, which we will try to discuss today. Some of them briefly. That first of all, one requires humble surrender, going in front of the Guru or superiors, and inquisitiveness. He should have that jijnasa. Atato Brahma jijnasa. Not any other jijnasa. People in this world have so many other jijnasas. Not such kind of jijnasa. Brahma jijnasa should have inquisitiveness. And submissive service. Service we can do in so many ways. So we'll discuss that. So submissive service should be there. And devotion to the Supreme Lord. Sometimes people love only Guru. Bhagavan, nahi chahiye. Guru Bhagavan hai. That also is not accepted. So devotion to the Supreme Lord. Unflinching faith in the order of the Guru. The best example is Prabhupada himself. What was the faith? The faith, kind of faith he had on Prabhupada's, like Prabhupada on Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Prabhupada's instruction. Unbelievable. So we don't have that much faith. We doubt that, whether it will really work. Many of the disciples of Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur taught the same. Will it really work? Maybe Bharata Bhumile, not that, Prithvi te ache, yata nagaradigram. Prithvi may be only Bengal. Many of them thought, only Bengal. Some thought, not just Bengal, at least India, Bharat. Prithvi is Bharat. Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur said, no, Prithvi means entire Prithvi. Very clear it is. So that was his mood. So Prabhupada says in one of the Bhagavad Gita lectures, yes, someone can read loudly.
One should go to the spiritual master with surrender and question and service. 3 things. First of all, for acquiring knowledge, we have to find out the suitable personality. And if we are fortunate enough to find out such suitable personality, the first thing is to surrender. And after that, surrender, there are questions. One must be very intelligent to put questions to the spiritual master. Without questions, you cannot make progress. So blind faith is never required. Either questions should be in the mood of challenge. Questions or answers should
Yes. So this is nothing but the translation of the shloka. Tadvidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshyanti de jnanam jnanena tattvadarshinaha. So Prabhupada gives a beautiful explanation of this. How the first quality that a disciple should have is humble surrender. He should go and surrender to the spiritual master and superior and ask, what I supposed to do now? Please. Ke ami, kene amai, jare tapatrai. Who am I? Why I am undergoing all this suffering? And what is the ultimate goal of life? Who are this personality? Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. They exemplify. And who are they? Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami? Highly accomplished in the materialistic point of view. One was a prime minister, another was financial minister of the Bengal, of the Nawab Hussain Shah of that time. Highly rich, affluent, fabulously rich they are. They had hundreds of servants on beck and call. They had themselves separately made a Gupta Vrindavan. Means so much money they had, so much of control of the wealth they had, everything they had. But still they were inside their feeling, we are not satisfied with this. We want something very high. Because they are very learned in the scriptures also. So reading the scriptures, they understood. This is not all that what we want. We want much more higher thing. So that's what they are looking for, Rupa and Sanatana. So when Mahaprabhu came, immediately they went and surrendered to him. They didn't think, oh, I am a king, how can I go and fall at the feet of a sadhu roaming in the street? All these things were not there. They understood by reading the Shastra. Supreme Personality of Godhead has come in this Kali Yuga in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Immediately they went and surrendered. High position, everything was not considered. So in spite of having all extraordinary qualities, they could surrender to Rupa, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So easily they could surrender because they understood the Shastra. So with utter humility, in the straw in the mouth, they could surrender. So, and even Lord also, when he appears in this world, he shows how to surrender to Supreme, like a Guru. Like Krishna is taking instructions from Sandipani Muni, or Lord Ram is taking instruction from Vishwamitra. So he wants every living entity in this world to have this humble surrender to the spiritual master. And secondly, we should have inquisitiveness. We should be very inquisitive. How Prabhupada was very inquisitive. Prabhupada was very, very inquisitive to understand more and more. And whatever questions he asked, his spiritual master replied. And the reply came, and whatever the reply came from the mouth of his spiritual master, that became his life and goal of entire life. Like Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur told that whenever you get money, print books. So Prabhupada made a BBT. And another instruction formed in the form of ISKCON now. Preaching the message of Lord Chaitanya, Krishna in the Western countries, in their own language. It's happening. So disciples should be sincerely inquisitive to the ultimate goal of life. Tasmad Gurum Prapadyeta Jijnasu. Jijnasu for what? Shreya. Uttama Shreya. Not Madhyama Kanishta Shreya or useless Shreya. Uttama Shreya. That is the perfection of life. For that he should be Jijnasu. Otherwise people are inquisitive for so many things in this world. They are ready to lick the boot of any boss to get a little money at the end of the month. And they are asking, sir, what job should I do so that I can get some money? All this we are very inquisitive. What should I do? What should I do? How can I serve you? Instead of doing for Guru, people are ready to do for their boss. Their boss or their superiors, their guide or whatever, professors, all this. So they are ready to do. Same thing, whatever they are doing there, supposed to be done for the Guru. They say, no, chakri, not chakri. Hindi, what they call? Chakar means they become humble, menial servant of their boss or their professor. Humble, menial servant. Same thing. It's not that we are doing wrong, but same thing has to be done for the Guru. The same thing. We have a tendency to become humble, menial servant. We have to become servant of someone in this world. Impossible to become independent master. Everyone is servant. Either we are servant of the boss in the company, or principal in the school, or minister in the state, or at least some in whom we are servant of someone else. Children, wife or husband, like they have servant of each other. Even if not servant of anyone, at least at the end of the day they are servant of their mind and senses. Or in the Western countries they become servants of dog and cats. So this servantship is there within us. But best servant is to become servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the best servantship we can have. The best servant. People become very proud, no? Oh, I am servant of Google. Oh, so proud they are. I am servant of Google. I am servant of Microsoft. I am servant of so many big MNCs. They are very proud. So devotees should be proud. I am the servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. I am servant of my Guru. More proud, because company will come and vanish after some time, collapse. But this Guru, Krishna, will never collapse in our life. So inquisitiveness about the short-term and long-term goals of life. So even the animals, cats and dogs, they are also doing the same thing. Dog wants to be a servant of the master. Why? He will get nice food and everything. Same thing we try to do. So we should not be just inquisitive about that. This, who says this? The second canto, the first shloka. Shukadeva Goswami says, no? What is that shloka? Variya neshate prashna kritam loka hritan nripa atmavit sammata pumsam shrotavyadishu yaparaha. What a question, beautiful question you have asked. Shukadeva Goswami is glorifying Parishit Maharaj. Wow. By this question, if I answer this is the beneficial for all the living entities. Answer of this question. Such a beautiful question. And next he says that Shrotavyadini Rajendra Ranam Santi Sahasrasaha Apashyatam Atmatattvam Griheshu Grihamedina. People are stuck up with so many Shrotavyadishu. They are hearing so many other substances. Radio, movie, so many songs and nasty substances which will pollute our mind. Or the daily news, so many news. If you want to read entire one day news of entire world, you have to take 1 year time. That many news are there in the entire world. One day news. 1 year also not sufficient. But what is the gain by reading that much news? Nothing. You only go into depression. Mental tribulation. We can't focus on our own sadhana, especially for devotees. More you dwell on news, less you dwell on Bhagavatam. So we cannot focus on Bhagavatam. We cannot focus on the words of spiritual master when we dwell on all the other subject matters. So inquisitiveness should not be in that direction. By the progress of time, we come to know what is important in the society, like what is going on in the society. We should not put ourselves separate. Endeavor to understand, what is happening there, what is happening here, what is the geopolitical situation, who won IPL. All these things are like unnecessary for us. They're not going to purify our heart. They're not going to give any income to us. They're not going to increase your CGPA. Nothing is going to happen by that. It's just like a mind's flickering nature to know that. Oh, I'm not so interested. Krishna, keep hold. I'm more interested in something else than you. So you are not so attractive. Actually, Krishna is more attractive. The subject matter of Krishna is the most attractive. But the conditional living entity feels non-Krishna objects are more attractive than Krishna. That is our jaundiced condition. We are feeling sugarcane juice as bitter. That is our disease. So we should not carried away by the disease of the jaundice of the material attachment in our heart. So it's very important to overcome all these short-term goals of life and focus on the scriptural injunctions and come out of this ignorance. It's very important for us. So the third one is, the first one we saw, humble surrender, inquisitiveness, and third is submissive service. Like Vyasadeva, such an accomplished person, never had in history, Vyasadeva, who could write 1 lakh shlokas and form entire Vedic literature. And he is undergoing despondent and humbly serving. He never said, Naraji, aapne kya likha hai? Narada Bhakti Sutra, that has only few shlokas. I have written 1 lakh shlokas. Read. Then you try to instruct me. Aisa kabhi nahi bola. He humbly surrendered to his guru, Narada Muni. He asked, I am in despondent after writing all these scriptures. Please help me how to come over this despondent. What is the cause for this despondency? He asked and he got solution. Narada directly chastisement. That is the advantage of we are having a superior or a guru. Immediately when we go with a problem, if you are surrendered, you will get a chastisement. After that your eyes will open. Oh, I was wrong here. So I should come over this problem and take shelter of my guru and superior more and more so that I can easily come over other troubles. They knew, even Vyasadeva knew, somehow we are difficult to take shelter of our superiors. To take shelter of our guru. Very difficult for us to take shelter somehow because of lack of submissive service attitude. So disciple should never be proud of his material qualification like education, bodily beauty, wealth, high birth, such qualifications have no connection to spiritual life. Zero connection. If you are rich or poor, that doesn't make you good devotee. No, like what is it? In physics they say, no, directly proportional, inversely proportional. Rather, this Janma, Aishwarya, Shruta, Shri are inversely proportional to our advancement sometimes. If we are attached to those, it's inversely proportional. Not so more wealth one has, he will be more atheistic and materialistic. High birth, he feels I am better than everyone. So that is inversely proportional to our spiritual life. So Edamana Madhapuma. So we should not be succumb to these qualifications. Yeah. Then we see example of submissive service attitude. Can you guess who is that personality on the leftmost? That is Narottam Das Thakur. Narottam Das Thakur surrendering to Lokanath Goswami. So how Narottam Das Thakur was so humble. He was a prince of Keturi Gram. He was a prince, means king. And he felt so much dire need of having a spiritual master. And how humble, menial service attitude he had towards his spiritual master. He was ready to clean even the place where a spiritual master used to go for nature's call. That kind of humble service attitude he had. Narottam Das Thakur. On the right side we see the humble service attitude of Prataparudra, the king Prataparudra, king of Orissa. He wanted the mercy of the Lord. He wanted to surrender to Guru and Krishna. It was very difficult. And his disqualification became, he was very wealthy and king, having so many women around him. King means generally women will be there around. So that became a disqualification for him. Mahaprabhu didn't want to associate with him, even though he had a high eagerness to associate with Mahaprabhu. Because Mahaprabhu was keeping the standard. Oh, I am a sannyasi. Nishkinchanasya bhagavat vajanonmukasya param param jigamishor bhavasagarasya. Sandarshinam vishainam atayoshitam cha. Sandarshinam. If one should not even see it is said. Sandarshinam vishainam. One who is attached to sense gratification. One who is attached to opposite sex. And yoshitam cha. One who is attached to the opposite sex. One should not associate. And association with them, if I have to do, better I drink poison and die. Ha hanta hanta vishapakshana. Apiya sadhu, like that. I am ready to drink poison than associating with a materialist. That was the connection of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is teaching us all these things. So that we should be careful. We should not feel, oh, devotees, they keep purifying me. Better associate with non-devotee friends. They will not purify me. They will make me puffed up in my ego and everything. Non-devotee association is very nice. Devotees keep saying, asking, Prabhu, kitna mala kiya? Kaun sa bhagavatam padh raha hai? All this we feel pinched. Nahi kiya Prabhu. How will I tell no? We feel little pinch. So we feel devotee association is an austerity. That is our problem. It's not austerity. It is a opportunity. Devotee association. It's not an austerity for us. It's an opportunity for us. So the fourth one. So the third one was submissive service attitude. The fourth one is devotion to Supreme Lord. The disciple should be devotee of the Lord as told by the Lord himself. Bhaktosi me sakacheti. Rahasya me tadi uttamam. So Arjuna accepted. Everyone accepts Krishna as God. So there is no difficulty for us to accept it. I will not discuss all these things. We have covered a lot before. So we will not go into details of this. Yeah, we will discuss little more details of unflinching faith in the order of the Guru. How disciple must have unflinching faith in the spiritual master and must take every instruction that spiritual master gives into the heart. We should not filter the message of spiritual master. Filter means we have a filter of ego in the ear, it is said. Whatever we hear, if it is pleasing to us, it will enter the heart. If it doesn't please, oh, it's not for me. We keep a filter in our ear. What I like, I will do. Spiritual master, we didn't accept to do what I like. We accepted spiritual master means one should, whatever it takes, should follow the instruction of spiritual master. That is one of the foremost quality of a disciple. Accepting the spiritual master's words as it is. Not as it meant or as it is, as I wanted. No, as it is given by spiritual master. So that's why it is said, Yasya deve para bhakti, yatha deve tatha guru. Deva and Guru, tatha, same. So whatever we hear from Krishna, same thing we hear from the spiritual master. Then one who considers like that, prakashante mahatmanaha, in his heart, comes the knowledge. The ignorance will be dispelled. The knowledge of the Shastras will be revealed to him. It's very important. As we see in the photos here, the Mrigari, he didn't rebel. Yeah, you are saying give up killing animals. How will I survive if I give up this? Sometimes seniors also say, Prabhu, give up this. How could this happen? This cannot happen, Prabhu. Like one devotee wrote mail to Radhesham Prabhu. Prabhuji, smartphone, I'm terribly suffering with addiction to smartphone. This problem, this website, that website. So many. 8 pages, Prabhuji was mentioning. 8 pages he has written. What are the problems he's facing with smartphone? Prabhuji replied, Prabhu, immediately you should give up smartphone and accept a simple phone. Prabhuji, that I cannot do. He replied. Then Prabhuji became very angry. Why didn't you are disturbing my time? I am giving time to you and replying your mail. And you are directly saying, Prabhuji, that I cannot do. That is like, he has the disease, he is saying, no. Medicine I cannot take. I have the disease, but medicine I cannot take. Or at least sometimes seniors say, okay, you have a phone, put parental control there. Some control you should be there so that our mind will not be cheated sometime. Because all of us have fickle mind, anytime it can go here and there. Every device of ours should be controlled for our own safety, our own better. Mind will cheat anytime. That's why we should be very, very careful. Whenever senior says, Prabhu, put parental control, we should accept easily. It's for my own good. So this is a story of, there is a nice story of from Mahabharata in the Adi Parva, the story of Varuni, Veda and Upamanyu. So what happens here? So he had 3 disciples, Daumya Rishi. So Daumya Rishi had 3 disciples and one of them was Varuni. And this Varuni was so like a humble service attitude he had to Guru. Whatever Guru wanted, he knew what Guru wants him to do. And once he went out to collect the firewood to the forest. And while coming, he saw that on the field, Guru has field, no? He has to grow the food for the disciples and everything. He has a field, and the field there is a barrack. Barrack means what you call, not fence, like mud, with mud to store the water in the field, no? They make. That was broken. And he understood, oh, now the water is going to drain and the crops will get spoiled. So he thought, now firewood is there. Now first of all, I should give the firewood to the ashram. So he runs to the ashram and gives the firewood to the ashram. Immediately he comes back. After notifying their firewood is came here to some in charge, he comes back and he tries to cover that with mud, he tried to cover the water. Somehow he was unable to do. It was very big. Water was keep flowing out. So much water was flowing out. And what he did, this has to be stopped by any way. And he informs that in the field this has happened, I'm going to fix it. And he goes, he could not fix, he literally lies down on the field to cover the water to the field so that water will not be lost. He understood what is the need of that time. He didn't think, hey, what to do now. Literally he lied down on the field to stop the water flow. And by the evening time, Guru is searching, hey, where is Varuni? He has not come back. Someone said, he had gone back to fix this problem in the field. Then Guru comes with his torch. Where is he? Then he sees Varuni is like this here. Guruji, I am here. Then seeing this, his Guru's heart melts. Such kind of blessings come also upon a disciple means, just imagine what kind of blessings come upon him, what kind of spiritual understanding this disciple can have. Blessings will shower from the superior's heart to the junior. That is sufficient. He can control any allurements. Because he has received the blessing and pleasure of the Guru, no? That will be the protective shield for him from any anarthas and all the problems in his life. That was the Varuni story. And there was a Veda. This Veda was another exemplary student of his, where he will not eat unless Guru says him to eat. He will not eat. That is a Vedic Gurukul standard. Guru tells, Lelo. Then he eats. Sometimes Guru forgets. He fasts. This is a test of the Guru to check the sincerity of the disciple. He fasted. And Guru understand how much one can fast and everything. And this is the one. And Guru was very happy with these two. Third one was little problematic. That is Upamanyu. And this Upamanyu, many might have heard the word Upamanyu, no? Person Upamanyu. So this Upamanyu was little bit like when he came to Gurukul, first service he got from the Guru was take care of the cows, graze the cows. So he used to go out in the morning and come back with the cows in the evening. And Upamanyu used to be very chubby. Out of all the students in the ashram, used to be very fat. That is little disturbance actually. Means, what is this person is eating? Everyone is like a thin or lean. Means because of their austerity and everything. But this person is very chubby and fat. Guru like, what are you eating? I never tell you to eat. Means he tests, but what? Yes, Guruji, you never told me to eat. But I go I go for a bhiksha, and in that bhiksha I eat that bhiksha. That's why I'm little fat and everything. Guru says, no, whatever you take bhiksha, that is not your property, but the property of Guru. Whatever donation you take, that is the property of Guru. You should give to Guru first. Then he says, okay, Guruji. He follows. And after a few days, Guru says, still he is very chubby. How it is? He says, yeah, whatever I collect and I give it to you. But a second time I go for myself. First was for you and second was for me. No, you should not do that also. You cannot go twice for taking bhiksha. You can go only once. The grihasthas are there. They're there. How much they can give you? You are taking another's quota. Another sadhu may come to their home and take, no? So you should not do. You should not go for a bhiksha at all. Okay, Guruji, I'll follow that. And he followed that. And even after some time, he's still chubby only. How it is? Like he tried to circumvent the instruction of Guru. Somehow or other he used to find the way. So what he used to do? Guruji, I drink the milk from the cow. He's grazing the cows, no? So at daytime he drink the milk from the cow. That's why he's chubby. Guru says, cows are Guru's property. How can you steal the Guru's property? Without asking also. You should not do that. Okay, Guruji. Means you were submissive. You were saying, somehow mind was circumventing his instruction one after another. And then still after some days, he was still fat. Now, Guruji says, how? You're drinking milk? No, Guruji. You're going for bhiksha? No. Then how you are still fat? Actually, after calves drink the milk, their mouth will be having some foam. That foam will be there around the calf's mouth. I take that foam and eat of the calf. Hey, you cannot do that, he says. Guru says, calf, poor fellow, poor living being, he has this. Now from next time, purposefully because cows are known for vatsalya. For your sake, they will make more and more foam, just so that you can eat. So you will starve the cows because of that. Calf will feel for you. They have emotions for you. So they will create more foam so that you can eat and they will starve. You should not do that. Okay, Guruji, I will not do that. And one day, and again, the craving starts in stomach. He feels hungry. Now, like he didn't know what to do now. I want to eat something. But Guru said not to do this, not to do this, not to do this, not to do this. What to do? Finally, he went and ate some leaves in the forest. In the forest, he ate some leaves, and because of that leaves, it was a poisonous leaf. He got blind. And he was walking in a blinded way, and he fell into one ditch in the forest. And now cows came back in the evening. Upamanyu didn't come back. Guru was worried. What happened? And now it's a big story. Then Guru goes to search him and says and finally finds Upamanyu in that ditch. And Guru wanted to, because this person somehow or other, like he keeps circumventing the instruction of Guru one way or another way. Then now he wanted to give the lessons of a disciple. What should be a disciple? To the Upamanyu. That's why he is restricting. That's why you may also in voice or bass, there are a lot of restrictions. A restriction, O restriction. Kyun itna restriction? Actually, these restrictions are good for us. It is a part of training where some restrictions are there. Morning में late आ गए तो महामंत्र क्यों लिखना है? There are some restrictions. बाहर का चीज नहीं गाना है. Why? Means we ask why. The subordinate sometimes thinks, oh, this is unfair, unethical. Why these things are coming upon me? Why bad thing happen to good people? All these things will come. But these are actually good for us. This training system, which is given by our superiors and Guru mates, it is good for us. These are training us in the values of our life. The Vedic Gurukul was like that. So Guru comes and finds out, finally, the Dhaumya Rishi comes and finds out where is Upamanyu. And then Upamanyu asks for help. Then Guru says, pray to Ashwini Devatas, they will come. Then Guru comes back. And instruction of Guru came, he prays to Ashwini Devatas, offers all the prayers to Ashwini Devatas. Ashwini Devatas appear there. Then now Upamanyu asked, what happened? What is the problem? Please save me. I lost, I became blinded now because of eating some poison and everything. Please help me. Then says, okay, take this medicine. You will be cured of this blindedness. No, I cannot eat. My guru gave instruction. I should not take anything from others. No, this is medicine. You can take it. It's okay. Guru will not have any problem for this. No, my guru gave instruction. And Ashwini Devatas became very happy. They became finally he achieved the perfection what Guru wanted him to do. He didn't accept the medicine from Ashwini Devatas. This was a test for him. Then Ashwini Devatas became very pleased, and then Ashwini Devatas, without even giving the medicine, they cured the blindness of Upamanyu, and Upamanyu went back to Gurukul and told the story, and Guru also became very pleased. And Upamanyu also, there are now Gotra of Upamanyu who comes in the lineage of Upamanyu because of his great adherence to the instruction of the Guru. It took some time to understand, but at the end he achieved perfection. So this is the humble service attitude he had, Upamanyu. So in the same mood, Srila Prabhupada also we see how Srila Prabhupada, epitome of unflinching faith in Guru, unflinching faith on Guru's instruction. He just took literally what his Guru wanted to do. And I had one more things to show. It's already 9 o'clock. Till what time we can go? Okay. Another 10-15 minutes. So because we discussed the qualities of the disciples, right now we will see how to develop these qualities. So these are the qualities are required. How to develop. So to develop this quality, actually in bhakti in community, because all of us are in a community, having so many of us staying together as a community. So respect is the one thing which requires to develop this kind of relationship qualities in us. So how respect? So respect is actually it's a sense of cultural sense, from the heart only it comes respect. Externally we may respect. Sometimes we feel, andar se nahi aa raha hai Prabhu. Then what is the use of showing outside, paying obeisances and other things? So this is very important actually. So mood of a master should be like we have that mastership mode. That has to be subdued somehow or other. I'll show you one more slide. There are some instructions of instructions of how to respect Guru from Manu Samhita. How to respect superiors or Guru Manu Samhita. Very nice actually. It's very useful for us. We'll just go through it. So culture of respect. And by following this, naturally, externally we start following, naturally things will start appearing within us. Like Prabhupada, Brahmananda Prabhu told Prabhupada that, Prabhupada, Swamiji, I don't feel like paying obeisances to you. Swamiji, Prabhupada said, don't worry, now you pay obeisance. Whenever you see me, you pay obeisance. Naturally it will come. Actually that is very, very important. We'll see how here now. It's coming. Coming. So culture of respect for the seniors. So you do not gain any, someone can read, yeah. बंद किया आपने.
You do not gain any knowledge from one you do not respect, or you do not gain any branch of knowledge you do not respect, or you do not gain from any situation you do not respect.
Respect. It's the most important thing. We don't gain any knowledge if you don't respect the superior. Whatever they speak, it will come from 1 year and it goes from another year. No use. The respect is the thing from which we can absorb the instruction of the spiritual master or the superiors within our heart. No respect, knowledge remains just theoretical only. And you do not gain any branch of knowledge you do not respect. There are many branches of knowledge. You do not respect them, then that you will not understand them only. First thing is respect is required. And any situation, if you do not respect, you cannot learn anything from that situation. So it's very deep statements. Manusmriti. Read next one.
You do not in front of superiors never show oneself better, do not dress better, do not eat more, get up before, sleep later.
These are the instructions in Manusmriti. in front of superiors. When senior is with you or in front of you, never show yourself better in dressing or whatever way, in speaking shyly, whatever the speaking way, or eating more. Very difficult if seniors are near. You cannot eat more. This is like because these are very subtle things. Means subtle things are there here, not a gross thing. Subtle, and eventually that will lead to a very culture within us where we can get blessings from our superiors. Like you also might have felt if some junior is regularly coming and saying Hare Krishna Prabhuji and obeisances to you, whenever he sees you, naturally you'll feel some vatsalya towards him, isn't it? Some feeling naturally you'll feel, right? Naturally you'll feel. Someone is paying regularly obeisances to you. Whenever he sees you from far also, Hare Krishna Prabhuji, like that he pays obeisance. And some place in your corner of the heart you will be left for him, means, oh, this devotee is very nice. You'll feel that sauharda for him. That is very good actually. We should pay obeisances. Get up before, sleep later. This is to be the Vedic life of like husband and wife also. This is to be followed. And much more is there. Yeah, continue. Band mat karo. You can pass the mic and.
Therefore, shyness before superiors is required. With shyness, one will not to do so many things which one would do with friends.
You will not become casual with superiors. One should not become casual. Very dangerous. Even if superior is jovial, you cannot be jovial. Haath rakhenge sir. Superior may keep hand like this. It happens in if like some Maharaj comes in India, like everyone is like this. In West, Maharaj embraces someone like this. He will also like, oh, Maharaj ko embrace karte hai. Like they don't know, unfortunately, but we know. So we should not be casual with superior. We cannot put hand on the shoulder of the superior. They can put, but we cannot put. Yeah, read.
Thus, Guru and senior should be treated just like deities. Even Mother Yashoda got up before Krishna and slept after putting him to rest.
This I am not saying. It's a Manusmriti, great quotations. Yeah. Continue.
Should not talk to Guru or seniors while lying down or reclining on bed, sitting, eating or face away. The mood is of respect. Should stand up if Guru is seated, advance towards him if he stands, going to meet him if he advances, running after him if he runs, going around to face him if his face is averted.
It's very important. These things can create a subtle kind of blessings from our superiors also. Like someone senior is coming and you are sleeping. Prabhuji, theek hai, yes Prabhuji. You are sleeping only and you are replying to the seniors. That should not happen. Immediately come, you should get up. And you are sitting on the chair if some senior comes. A senior is talking to you, you are still sitting. Yes Prabhuji. Yes. No, you should get up. These are the natural and common things which were followed in the Vedic life. But currently it has become unknown to people. Completely uncultured it has become. Everyone want to be equal. So much so that they want to equal to God also. Equality goes to such an extent they want to become equal to God. So these things are there in Vedic life. So how respect will happen. Some more things are there. Yeah, read.
Approach him if he stands at a distance.
He is there and Prabhu, can you do this? And you're like, yes Prabhu. Better you go little and yes Prabhu, what can I do for you? Don't make him shout, exert himself. You proceed ahead wherever he is standing. Bending towards him, if he is lying down, you are like this, boliye. If he is lying, you bend down and try to receive. That shows the receptibility of what he tries to give. That shows us externally. Initially it looks external, but these external things have connection to with the internal also. If he stands, we should be at a lower place. That's very difficult. Inside at least we should have this. Yeah, read.
Guru may be informal in his dealings, but student must maintain the formality. Should call the name of teacher with respect even in absence of the teacher. Never just the name, that is, should have Prabhu.
Like wife never calls husband's name. No? Same way. Senior, junior will never call senior's name by name. Prabhu should be there, Prabhuji or whatever. Name should be there. Yeah.
Should not mimic his gaits, his mannerisms, his walks, and his dealings. Such dealings exhibit us thinking superior to one's guru.
It has become common in the outside world, no? What they call something. They just mimic the other person. So, what is that? something they call mimicking other person very nice, mimicry. So the gates means how he walks and everything, how he facial expressions and everything, they want to imitate. That's not so good. Yeah, continue. Sorry.
If one blasphemes one's teacher justly, that is, if the criticism is right, becomes an ass in the next life, and by wrongly blaspheming, a dog.
Both sides. Even if it is right, he become ass. If it is wrong, he become a dog itself. So better not blaspheme. Always clarify and rectify. So even if it is right. Yeah, read. We'll go fast. Yeah.
If one lives on Guru's subsistence, he becomes a worm in next life.
Substance means you are living on Guru's expenditure only. You don't want to contribute to anything. Just take everything on what Guru is given. Like one temple, one devotee was saying, everything is Prabhupada's mercy. Donation is coming and we are eating and enjoying here. Means they are not doing any actively preaching or anything. They just enjoying the donation coming. Donation coming because of Prabhupada made the temple and made the system here. That's why donations are coming and devotees are just enjoying. That is like a Guru's subsistence he is living. Not doing any endeavor to preach and go out. Yeah, will you continue?
If one becomes envious of his merits, he becomes a large insect in next life.
Continue.
Should not speak so quietly that Guru cannot hear. Don't shout also, but loud enough to be heard.
Next.
Should not be sitting carelessly when teacher is in sight or around.
Careless is a casual sitting. Very. All these things were strictly followed in the Vedic time. Okay, we'll go ahead. Read fast.
One should not.
Sorry.
One should not serve the Guru by telling someone else to do it.
Delegation.
Should not just stand and watch others serving him, but help them at least.
Should not intentionally step on the shadow of Guru, senior devotee. If done without notice, no problem. Otherwise, it will influence the subtle body.
It will influence the subtle body, it seems. So much fine respect were given to Guru. Yeah.
Especially with seniors, we should be eager to take their association and learn from them submissively.
Read.
Taking association means hearing from them. Hearing from a senior devotee should not be done based on his educational qualifications, intellectual, simple, informative, powerful, heavy, whether I like the devotee or not.
Case of the class, powerful class. When that is not a qualification for hearing from anyone. Hearing because he is speaking about Krishna. About Krishna I want to hear. Not because he is very informative, very intellectual, class deta hai. Isliye sunna. Means what? I am hearing because of my that material need is there. That it should be very intellectual. Then only will hear the class. Just because he is a devotee, Krishna message is coming. That should be the reason to hear. Yeah. Read fast.
We should hear from devotees with the following purposes. To increase our faith, not to increase our knowledge, because it pleases Krishna, as a service to Guru for his pleasure. With eagerness, then it conquers our heart and removes anarthas.
This is why we should hear. This is the mood of hearing. Whenever disciple hears, he should hear in this mode. Not like to titillate the senses. Like sometimes sense gratification is there for the senses. Mind is also have a sense gratification by hearing very nice classes and hearing very nice kirtans. That is a mind sense gratification. It purifies us till the extent we are not attached to the tune, but rather the holy name. So holy name we are attached, fine. No tune, holy name if we are attached, fine. If we are attached to the tune, then progress will be there, but limited progress. Fast. Who's next?
Even a simple point with great seriousness, like a medicine from doctor without considering my likes and dislikes, considering speaker as a radio station transmitting the message from acharyas.
Yeah, just hear.
Example, submission in college or submitting a book to a teacher. Women simply by being submissive to their husband can get all the benefits of the husband's tapasya.
Same thing applies for Guru and Shishya also. Shishya, disciple, Just by sincerely following the Guru, whatever Guru's spiritual credits are there, will come to disciple also. That's why Guru can protect us if you simply follow the instruction of Guru. Same thing used to happen in the Vedic life, like both husband and wife are qualified, husband and wife are there. Husband does all the spiritual activity and everything, preaching and everything. Wife simply being assisting. Half of the credit of the husband goes to wife. She's not doing like directly whatever the preaching activities or expansions of movement as husband does, but she gets as equal credit as husband. Same thing happens to Guru and Shishya. Just serve a superior or a Guru, whatever spiritual merits he has, easily you can get by sincerely serving. That should not be our motive. Cheen lete hai. So by serving superior, I'll take that. That should not be our goal, but by doing that, we'll definitely get it. Amazing, no? Spiritual technology.
Story, Mrga is breaking his bow on the instruction of Narada.
Yeah.
Partial submission is no submission.
Partial submission is literally no submission. Means what? Whenever I like, I will submit. If Guru says something else, then I don't like, I don't submit. Partial submission is no submission. Submission is full. Not that, when I like, I will hear my superior. When I don't like, I don't want to hear. That is directly said. Partial submission is no submission. Yeah, last slide this is. Yeah.
Apologies are very important in relationships. Mistakes of heart. Those arising from rebellion, wicked plan to assassinate one's good name, hatred, envy, etc. Mistakes of mind means something like lack of communication.
Yeah, so these mistakes will keep happening in our part, in our relationships between superior, junior, equal in all directions. But there is two kinds of mistake of heart and mistake of mind. Which we should be more careful of? Both, but still mistake of heart is more dangerous for us. There is an ill motive, envious nature within us, where we want to pull down others, assassinate others' character, or all these things are. So mistakes of the mind is like by mistake, some communication happened by mistake. You apologize, that gets done. So a devotee refuses to say sorry to another devotee to whom he spoke unnecessarily harshly other day. So that should not happen from our side. Devotee, for us, everything is pleasing to Krishna and spiritual master. So whatever it takes to please Krishna and spiritual master, we should be able to do. Even if I bend down, if that pleases superior, okay, that I should be ready to do. I should not have separate egoistic mentality so that, my things should be done, my opinion should be considered, my decision should be taken seriously. If it is so, my decisions are neglected. By that, my superior is happy, Guru is happy. Then with Guru's pleasure, our pleasure should be there. Most of the time what is happening, we think our pleasure or our happiness is in our own sense gratification. Actually in spiritual life it is not so. Our progress depends on how we are able to effectively please Krishna and Guru. That is more important. Not my will, Guru's will or Krishna's will. That becomes more important. If that is kept in the center and take our spiritual life ahead, it's very nice. We can advance in a lightning speed. We'll stop here, already 9:25. So, stop. Question? Time up. You can ask personally if any questions are there. Srila Prabhupada ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. So let us express our heartfelt gratitude to Abhishek Poo for such a wonderful class. Prabhuji is a personification of whatever he spoke, so we're very fortunate to hear from him. Let us thank him by one time loudly chanting the Hare Krishna mantra. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Devotees are requested to proceed for prasadam.
Hare Krishna. So, whatever we saw in the end, that Manusmriti, this thing, actually this really helps. If you can follow at least one of them regularly, make sure you follow, eventually we will get that reciprocation from the superior. Whatever relationship problems are there, everything will be solved. So I'm also trying. I'm also sadhaka like all of you. So take one or two. Okay, this I will start doing from today. Whenever I see a senior, I immediately pay obeisance. It will make a lot of difference in our relationships. Or whenever, like whatever we saw the instructions from the Manusmriti, these are given by the sages. It's good for us. Nothing will be bad in that. Rather, you can say sometimes, Prabhu, kitna respect karna hai? Limit hai kya? No. Over respect is better than no respect. Over respect is better than no respect. So always respect. It's very simple for us. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.